pork, pumpkin, apples, cider, a few other ingredients. This is screaming fall, or autumn as some call it. So stick around. I'm going to show you what we're going to make with this. So this was originally going to be a throwback recipe from my mom for stuffed pumpkin, but my wife's not a big fan of it. So I had to do some research on other ways to stuff a pumpkin, and I think I came up with a winner. Almost a mix between Pennsylvania, a little Mediterranean. You'll see as we get going on. So what we're going to do is very simply, I'm going to get this pumpkin cut open, get it all scooped out, get all that, all the seeds and what have you, haul it out of here. Then I'm going to take our pork, we'll get that seasoned up, we'll brown it off a little bit, chop up some apples, dice up some tomato, slice up some onion, a little bit of spices and herbs. We put it all back in the pumpkin, bake it off for about 4 hours. Basically, we're going to braise our pork inside the pumpkin. And after about 4 hours, you stay tuned to see what we're going to have. So, let me clear some things out of the way here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start getting this pumpkin hollowed out, and we'll move on from there. So, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the lid, what's going to be the lid of the pumpkin. What you want to do is take a nice kind of, maybe like a boning knife, and you want to go in at an angle. You don't want to go straight down because we don't want this lid falling down in the middle of the pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in at an angle and basically make a cut where I can go ahead and remove the lid. So this takes a little bit of time and effort, you know, just like when you cut out your pumpkins for decorating. Almost the same principle here. Removing the top, pulling out all the junk. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, speed things up a little bit with the magic of YouTube, and we'll keep moving. I don't know if you've had stuffed pumpkin before, but if you haven't, you've got to give this a try. And if you're a smaller family, 1 or 2 people, you can go with a smaller pumpkin, you know, cut down on your ingredients a bit, and it'll work just nicely in the smaller pumpkin as well. All right, top this off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and scoop out all the seeds. I'm gonna save the seeds. My wife probably will get mad at me if I throw them away. Okay, so let me go ahead and get all the seeds out of here and all the stringy parts, and then we'll keep moving. Alrighty, on to the onion. I have 1 large sweet onion. Go ahead and take the top off. Take the bottom off, cut it in half, and all I'm going to do is slice this up. Set that to the side. I'll probably just rough dice my tomatoes, and I'm going to keep moving right along here. Now what's going to happen, I'm going to layer this in the pumpkin. I'm going to put my, go ahead and put my onions down, then my tomatoes, my apples, and I'm going to put the pork over all of that. The pork is going to go ahead and cook down, render down. The vegetables will break down, and in the end we should have a nice little sauce that we can pour over our pork. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and peel my apples. Then I'm just going to cut these into small dice or chunks. Okay, so I'm not making apple pie, so I'm only using 2 apples. I'm reusing the apples a little bit for the flavor, a little bit for the tartness, and it should break down really nicely to also help make the sauce. Apple cut up, time for the tomato. Again, I'm just making big chunks. The tomato will break down the easiest. It's going to create a great sauce. It better. I've never made this. And the versions that I was looking at didn't even call this. But I figured, you know what? Let me make this my own. Kind of do my own thing. I'm creating a little bit of Mediterranean Vermont fusion to this. We'll see where this goes. All right. I don't want to waste that. You know, people, if I'd have thrown that away, people would be screaming out there, "Why are you wasting tomatoes?" Yeah, I almost threw those away. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit more here, cut up my herbs, and then we'll get on to the pork. We're gonna cut that up, season it, brown it off, get it in the pumpkin, with all of this stuff, get it in the oven. Let me clean this up. My herbs. I've got some bay leaf here, I have some thyme, and I have some rosemary. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna use all of it, is just gonna strip some of the rosemary off. All right, that's 3 stems, and that should be plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and take the thyme, just kind of pull the leaves off, and I'll just cut these up. Nothing beats fresh herbs, I swear. I'm probably going with about 6 stalks of the thyme, which I have the thyme for. Get it? Haha. Funny, funny. Let's give this a chop. Okay, I'm gonna clean up again, and then we'll get on to getting this pork situated. Pork. Now I bought a pork shoulder roast that was already deboned and netted. Pull the net off. What I'm gonna do is cut this into chunks. Then we're gonna go ahead and get this into the bowl with our seasonings and our herbs, give it a nice mix, then we'll go ahead and brown this off. And it's not too fatty, so I want some of that fat. I'm gonna take some of this fat off. I really don't want this to be too greasy. That fat will be flavored, yes, of course, but not too much fat. All right, let me cut these into chunks. There we go, butchered up. I'm gonna get this out of the way. We'll get this seasoned up, and we'll start filling our pumpkin. Okay, for the seasonings, very simple: salt, pepper, garlic. I'll have all the quantities listed in the description of the video, so all that goes in there. Then I've got my rosemary and my thyme. Get that in there. A little bit of olive oil. Give this a nice mix. Make sure all the pieces are nicely, evenly coated. Looking good. All right, then get my skillet over here. We'll brown this off, and then we'll get assembled. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of olive oil in here. And just when it gets ready to smoke, I'm gonna go ahead and add the pork. I wanna sear this. I want some browning. So I wanna use a nice hot pan, get all that nice browning that I need so we can braise this correctly. That browning will sear in the juices into that pork. If you don't do it like this, it'll be okay, but as soon as you go to break up your meat later on, it's gonna be dry, but hey, who am I? All right, we've got a little bit of smoke coming off here, so I'll get what I can into the pan. Probably be able to get 3 good sized pieces in here. There you go. 3 and 3, 2 batches. All right, so what I'm gonna do, sear this up, get some browning on it, and we'll keep moving on. Okay, so while this is searing up here, let me do my episode shout out. So this episode is dedicated to all you Vermonters out there that decided to join the Navy and either stay in for 4 years, 3 years, or make it a career. Thanks for your service. This episode is dedicated to you. And me. Oh, here we go. Look at this. That's what I'm looking for. See that? There we go. We're not trying to cook it, we're just trying to sear it. Time to put this together. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put all of my veggies and my apple into the bottom of the pumpkin. Doesn't need to be any certain way, just get it in there, make a toss if you want. I'll go ahead and throw my bay leaves in there. I'm going to go ahead and try to jam as much of this pork in here that I can. I may have went in with a little bit too many veggies, I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to fit it in here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tight, but we'll get it in there. All right, whatever juices I got left, do not throw those away. Get them juices in there. Alrighty. And then we'll go in with some cider. Apple cider. You could use wine. You could use hard cider. This pork is going to create some of its own juices as well. And there we go. All right, 3 cups. That is it. Let's get the lid back on here. Make sure I put it in the exact location I had it. I want a good seal. There we go. That's going to seal. There we go. Now you notice I put my pumpkin in a little pan here. That way if anything leaks out the bottom, it's not going all over my oven. All right, into the oven, 350, 4 hours. That's how long it's going to take, or it should take. And we should have some nice tender pork and all the makings of a nice gravy going on in there. And the vegetable is the flesh of the pumpkin. Hey. All right, it's going in the oven. We'll see you in a few. So we are back, and it's been actually 5 hours. Now here's a case where sometimes things just don't work out the way you meant them to be. This being one. Now it's kind of late here. And my pork just isn't as tender as I'd like it to be. I temp it's like 189, 190. I really wanted like a 205. That's fall apart, but it's getting late. And I'm moving on. If I had another couple hours to mess around with this, I'd stick in there and stick it out, and we'd go from there. But, you know, sometimes you make lemonade from lemons. Well, all is not lost here, because when I tasted some of this, it was out of this world awesome. I mean, it reminded me of Nick's roast pork. And so I know that I can take this and salvage this. It's not like it's totally gone to you know where. It's still very good. And I've got the makings of a good sauce already, because when I took the top off, at first it all came off nicely. I was able to put the cap over here on a plate. But then I went to go move it back. All that nice flesh from the pumpkin came out. And I've got all that nice stuff in there, all those nice liquids and those tomatoes and those onions and those apples in here. So this is going to be a really good sauce when I'm done with this. So all is not lost. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pull the pork out. And it still is very tender. I had taken a piece out earlier and sliced it. It was almost like, you could almost say, the tenderness of a nice brisket. I'm actually able to get some nice thin slices out of it, so that's why I was thinking Nick's, you know? So I'm gonna get the meat out. We're gonna get this sliced up. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of my liquids out, my apples, my tomatoes, the onions. We're gonna get it in the bowl here. I'm gonna give it a little blend with the immersion blender. I'm not gonna use any flour or cornstarch thickener. I'm just gonna use the flesh, the veggies, and the juice. Let them do their magic. So let me get the meat out of here. We'll get this sliced up. I'll make the gravy, and then we'll wrap this up. Look at this gravy. All natural, no thickener. All right, let's give it a try. See if we need to add any salt or pepper. You know, for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna have to add some salt and pepper. Not much. It's like right there. Just needs a little bump. Has some pumpkin flavor to it, obviously from the flesh, the apple, the onion. I knew this was going to be good. Kind of reminds me of my Thanksgiving turkey gravy. Alrighty, going for another one here. Bingo. That is off the hook. Okay, so let me get the meat sliced up. I got some mashed cauliflower over there that I made earlier. We'll get a nice piece of this pumpkin pulled out of here. You'll see how I do that shortly. And then we'll pull it all together. So we'll be right back. Look at this. Ha 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 ha. It's tender. It is not pulled pork tender, but it's sliced tender. So that's why I was thinking Nick's. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're plated up. It smells fantastic. And let me go in now Get some of this pork with that awesome gravy. And this is really, really tender. I mean, I'm barely cutting through this. Look at that. So juicy. Alright. There we go. Let's give this a try. Wow. That pork is so flavorful. Tender. Juicy. Let's see if I can get a little piece with the pumpkin here. Because the pumpkin's part of the show too, right? So that, a little bit of the pumpkin. Come on, there we go. I might be onto something, because that, I keep saying the nix, but it really is, and in a weird sort of way. I mean, I slice this up nice and thin, put it in the fridge. Next day, heat up some of the juice, pour it in there, slap it in a bun with some broccoli rabe or some spinach. Oh my gosh, we're in like Flynn. This is good. Now, you saw how easy it was to make it up until this point. So give it a try. I mean, you can't go wrong. And if you have a little more patience, you might get to that point. I think I had another hour, at least another hour. I could get it up over to 200. But it's good roast. I mean, I'm not saying it's roasted. It really sort of roasted. Kind of a braised roasted sort of thing. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, share them right over here. Bop, go ahead and hit my logo. It makes it so much easier to subscribe to the channel. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.